Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another theme park obsession video. My name is Dylan and thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Today I'm back at Disneyland and California Adventure to give you an update on what's new this week and talk about some potential future projects. So how about you and I dive right in. And would you look at that, I'm back at the Disneyland Resort on this beautiful day. We're gonna have some fun covering all the updates in both parks and talk about some future stuff that could or could not be happening. So let's just dive right in. Remember, if you're here on a special event night, Disneyland Park will close early. Don't worry though, DCA usually stays open a little bit later. Since I'm in the hub, I might as well mention that you can park hop starting at 11 a.m. Now you don't have to worry about waiting until 1 a.m. So if you get here at 11:30 or noon, you can bounce back and forth between any park you want. Unfortunately, they still have those pesky reservations, and let's hope they can be like the rest of the theme park industry around the world and just get rid of them. Upon entering the park on a Tuesday, here are what the wait times look like. Radiator Springs Racers is temporarily closed. Web Slingers at 55. Let's see, Pixar Pal around at 30 minutes. 45 minutes for Goofy Sky Tool. 25 minutes for Soarin', which is not that bad at all. Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, 40 minutes, not too shabby. Ooh, and look at this, the new California Adventure map featuring World of Color 1. If you want to grab your Magic Key or 100th anniversary popcorn bucket, you still can. They still have plenty of platinum popcorn buckets available. Here in Hollywoodland, they're still working on the facades in this area by the Hyperion Theater. So those will look nice once that's all done. And speaking of the Hyperion Theater, rumor on the street is that a new show will be coming very, very soon. Disney's been holding auditions that look very suspicious. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on it, hoping that there is a new show in here. It's been so long since we've seen a show here. And yeah, I mean, they have this giant theater that's just kind of chilling. I've made it over to Avengers Campus because this is another thing I wanted to talk about today, and it's the future of this area. Now, according to Josh Tomorrow at D23, this is the site of an all-new e-ticket attraction that honestly, Avengers Campus desperately needs. We don't know a lot of details about the attraction. We don't know if it's gonna be a trackless ride. We don't know if it's gonna be a roller coaster or something like a simulator ride. We have no clue. All we do know is that there is something coming here to the spot right behind me. And now that Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is complete and open to guests, yeah, the big question mark is what's the next major project? Now, I'm not counting Tiana's Bayou Adventure or the Big Hero 6 expansion or renovation to the Pacific Wharf. I'm talking about a major e-ticket attraction that's gonna, that's just massive. These other projects that they're doing are just kind of smaller projects. So yeah, when are they gonna start this? I'm not the biggest fan of the Marvel movies, but I do appreciate some of the attractions. I love Guardians of the Galaxy here in California and at Epcot. The coaster at Epcot is just phenomenal. And Spider-Man here is okay, but I'm crossing my fingers for something very spectacular, something that it goes beyond Guardians of the Galaxy here in California and at Epcot, and something that goes beyond Spider-Man. I'm wanting a Rise of the Resistance level attraction here. California Adventure definitely needs it, and California Adventure already has some fantastic attractions, but could you imagine if we had something like on the scale of Rise of the Resistance here in Avengers Campus? Now that would be epic. Because yeah, when you think of Marvel, you think huge, you think very grand in scale. I mean, the movies alone have generated billions of dollars for the Walt Disney Company, so why not go big like they did with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge? I mean, the scale is impressive, and Rise of the Resistance is one of those attractions, still to this day, I think is one of the greatest dark rides that Disney has ever done. So if they can do it again with the Marvel characters here in California, yeah, I mean, that would be really exciting. And if we do see construction happen by the end of the year into next year, we're gonna see it right here, because apparently the building is gonna go right here for this new e-ticket attraction. So we're gonna see it. I'm still on gift shop watch here in Radiator Springs, and I'm just wondering when the heck are they gonna reopen this location? And out front of Luigi's, it looks like they got some construction fencing up. Probably a little paving project out front. Gonna take the scenic route into the Pacific Wharf, and yeah, I always gotta stop and just appreciate the huge art project that's just sitting in front of me here. It really is beautiful, especially on days like this. I mean, look at this, blue skies. Oh yeah. And as we're continuing, do me a huge favor, and if you are loving this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and you love these updates from Disneyland or some of your other favorite theme parks, because I go to all of them, consider subscribing because I have brand new videos every single week. Made it to the Pacific Wharf, and man, oh man, it smells delicious over here. Now, because this area will be transformed into San Francisco from Big Hero 6, what I'm gonna do right now is try to find markers on the ground. Usually if they do major construction, we'll see some spray paint. And for those that watch my Six Flags videos, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's walk around the wharf really quick to see if we can find any markings, because if we do, that means they're getting ready to do some serious demo. Now, I'm not seeing anything on the ground, so this might mean that this project to the subland is just an aesthetic thing. This is just a lighter on the scale sort of project. So we're just going to see some repaints of maybe the buildings and maybe some retheming of a few things. Because yeah, just kind of looking around the different corners of the buildings, I'm not really seeing any spray paint. So, I mean, hey, things could pop up here in the next few weeks. I mean, they just now started this project, so you never know. But as we move closer to the bridge, this is where all the action is happening. I mean, yeah, look at all of this. Again, I'm still thinking that this right here and over there, these are just the supports, the footers that are going to be poured to hold up the new bridge, because there's going to be a lot of extra weight on this particular section. So they're going to need some more supports to hold all that up, and I think that's what's happening right here. And same thing on this side. So that's pretty much all the major work happening right now. These are just piles of dirt. They cover that up just in case it rains. It doesn't ruin anything. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the heavy work happening right now. I'm assuming soon we're going to start seeing the footers poured and cured, and then we're going to see some very big pieces of steel kind of rise up to form that new San Francisco bridge. What I am very curious about, though, is what's the timeline on this? Because this particular area, this is where all of the Grizzly River Run water is held. And right now, Grizzly River Run is under refurbishment. It won't open up until sometime in the spring. So is that their timeline here? They want to complete all of the heavy stuff before they open up Grizzly River Run? Or is this going to be kind of sectioned off so where they can still operate the attraction and still work on this at the same time? I'm not sure. I'm thinking that they're going to want to finish all the concrete work first, the support structure for the new steel, and then fill it back up. And after that, they could obviously work on things with scaffolding, but I'm thinking that's what's happening. But again, I'm just not really sure the timeline on this. What I'm keeping my fingers crossed for is that this entire project gets completed relatively fast. Disney is capable of doing things quick. We've seen it before, especially with Galaxy's Edge. So with a project this scale, it's not massive. It's definitely on the smaller end of things. We could see this complete here in the next year. And here's your look at Grizzly River Run. Yeah, not a lot happening over here. They do have scaffolding up on the lift hill. Just, again, general maintenance, getting ready for spring and summer crowds. Now that we've completed a quick lap around DCA, let's head over to Disneyland side, see what's going on over there. And just like that, we magically appeared at the happiest place on earth. Population is still 650 million. I'm sure that'll change as we approach the 70th anniversary. You know, I haven't been on the fire truck in a long time. I'm talking years. So you know what? Let's jump on. And here we go. Steve's our driver today. Yeah, Steve's been doing it for a very long time. So much fun on our one-way trip down Main Street to Sleeping Beauty Castle, but we're going to start off with Tomorrowland here and talk about what's happening with this. The concept art is still up here after what seems to be a century. So I don't really know if this is going to still be a thing in the future or if they've completely just scrapped it. Because what's interesting is they are going through and repainting the old People Mover track. So it kind of begs the question, is Tomorrowland going to be that next big project here at Disneyland now that Mickey Minnie's is open? Or could this be just a bunch of wishful thinking on my end? You can see where the paint stops for right now. I'm sure they'll finish it in the next few days here. But yeah, this has been a mystery for such a long time because they haven't had an attraction up here since early 2000s, because that's when the Rocket Rods closed. That was the last attraction to be up here. And at this rate, who knows if we'll ever see an attraction back up here. I would like for them to bring back the People Mover or some other sort of attraction, or honestly just rip this out entirely. It does add to the aesthetic of Tomorrowland, but at the same time, it's really just kind of chilling. It's not really doing anything other than just creating a cut down the middle here. It's just unfortunate though, because through the grapevine I've heard that this particular structure is just not capable of handling a new attraction, and that's why we haven't really seen anything up there for a very long time. And also Disney probably doesn't want to spend millions and millions and millions of dollars renovating the track, then putting another few million bucks into an attraction. So yeah, I mean it's gonna sit here until they come up with a master plan for Tomorrowland, and I'm hoping it's sometime soon. Now that Mickey and Minnie's and Toontown are done, well, Toontown's almost done, but as we inch closer to that opening date for Toontown, yeah, it kind of begs a question, what's going to be next for Disneyland side? Obviously, we're getting some new stuff over at California Adventure, but what about over here? Tomorrowland, I think, just me personally, is in desperate need of some sort of renovation / makeover. I mean, it really does need it. And since I'm in Tomorrowland, I might as well ask another question. What ever happened to the idea of a Magic Key Lounge? It seems like Disney has completely abandoned that idea. Now, we do know they're gonna be building a DVC lounge in the old Innoventions building, but that kind of goes back to also wondering what the heck are they gonna be doing with Tomorrowland? Because if they're putting a lounge up here, obviously they don't have any plans to take this building down. Who knows? Until then, we're just gonna continue with the armchair Imagineering until Disney decides to do something with this entire section of the park. And I don't think Nemo's really going anywhere anytime soon either. I'm sure there are massive plans for Tomorrowland. I'm sure the Imagineers have thought about it. I mean, I don't think that's a question at all. I think the Imagineers have been toying around with a lot of areas of Disneyland. It's just, is Disney willing to spend that kind of capital and, you know, renovating this entire section? I mean, it really would take a monumental check to do some serious work over here. Made my way back here to Mickey's Toontown. People are enjoying the all-new attraction, and of course little bits of Toontown that they can see that have been revealed. I just want to mention though, if you do not want to deal with the boarding group situation, which I don't blame you, because it's not that fun, when you get to the park, just buy an individual lightning lane for this attraction. That way you're guaranteed the spot. You have it, you don't have to worry about going through the app to get a boarding group or not get a boarding group, because it is pretty stressful on some days, especially when it's busy. So if you don't mind spending the extra cash, just get an individual lightning lane. My good friends over at Best Life and Beyond, Katie and Spence, have also recommended this on their channel. It's just so much easier. And I've even recommended it for Epcot when you're riding Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. If you don't want to deal with the boarding group situation on the phone, just go in and purchase an individual lightning lane when you get into the park in the morning. It's just so much easier. Yeah, it sucks that we have to pay for it, but I mean, you got to weigh in the factors of like stress and just easeability, and it's like I'd rather just pay for it and have the rest of the day not to worry about getting a boarding group in the morning or at 1 p.m. Alrighty, let's make our way into Galaxy's Edge and see what's going on over here. Through the transition portal. Now here in Galaxy's Edge, there have been a few price adjustments on some of the things you can purchase in the land. One of the price adjustments is right here at the Droid Depot. It is now $100, the old price to build a droid. It was $120 for just a hot minute until Disney decided to change it. And then at Savi's Workshop, the price has also come back down to its original $220 instead of $250. I'm actually kind of surprised that Disney brought the price back down to its original price point. It's actually a good thing.
Sir, welcome to
You are a poor ambassador. That resistance spy was tracked to Batuu. You were sent to find her.
Alrighty, let's head off planet and check up on some other updates. You know what's a positive effect about Haunted Mansion being closed is the fact that there aren't any strollers right here. Here in New Orleans Square, Haunted Mansion is down as they take out all of the decorations from the holidays. Should be back open here in the next few days. And look at this, at the tip edge of Adventureland in New Orleans Square, they've removed all the construction fences to reveal a freshly paved pathway. And still no visible progress on the treehouse. They still have scaffolding up around the structure, but I'm sure that will come down very, very soon. And look at this, out front of Bengal Barbecue and Indiana Jones, all the fencing has been put back in storage as well to reveal a freshly paved area. I'm sure they'll paint this over time. This is just kind of plain Jane concrete right now. Yeah, here's another view of what I'm talking about here. So plain Jane concrete, painted and texturized. Let's see what's going on here. 25 minutes for Winnie the Pooh, which is very high. Peter Pan's Flight, 40 minutes. Space Mountain at a 75. Splash Mountain, 35. It's definitely busier on Disneyland side than it is California Adventure side. Let's see what's going on over here. Oh, more Magic Band stuff. Alrighty, we just need wait times. Just need wait times. 60 minutes for Rise of the Resistance, which is not bad. Big Thunder Mountain at 55. Disneyland Railroad, 40 minutes. My goodness, I wonder if they're only running like 1 or 2 trains. And with that, I think that will wrap it up for today's Disneyland Resort update video. I hope you enjoyed it. And now one more thing before I officially close it out. Earl of Sandwich is now officially open in its temporary location, but we don't know how long it's going to be there for because Porto's will eventually take over after that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, when Earl of Sandwich closes again, they'll have a permanent location in downtown Disney because it's a really affordable option, especially if you want to take a break from the parks. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these update videos from Disneyland or some of your other favorite theme parks, consider subscribing because I have brand new videos every single week. Be sure to check out my Instagram account. I have updates there all the time, and it's usually breaking news stuff that I post there before I post on YouTube. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is, and I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.